everyone. First of all, I really appreciate you taking this class. As you know, I love word study. It's one of my favorite things to do with students. And I'm teaching this class from my summer home in Upper Michigan on the shores of Helen Pond. And so I usually make my feedback videos from an interesting place to allow you to learn a little bit more about this little known place in our country. And so today I just like to respond to your great responses on the constructivist nature of word study, which is something I appreciate and have used for so many years with students from Louisiana all the way up the East Coast to Maryland. And I do want to note a few things that you all so wonderfully noted about word study and just reinforce many components that you've already stated. First of all, that word study is active, and this is what I love about it, because we're not just giving kids worksheets to learn phonics or to practice spelling. We're allowing them to make meaning for themselves. And as you know, learning is it is improved, and learning is more meaningful when students are able to construct their own meaning. And just a word, if you haven't taken the class yet in the READ program that looks at writing your research paper, this is a wonderful area to use for that research paper because it is so strongly based in theory. And of course, because there's not one correct answer, we really can look and get a window into how students make meaning and to how students approach education. We understand more about their preferred sense of learning. Do they use visual clues like counting letters in words? Or are they more in tune to the auditory sense and listen to sounds? Or do they think about concepts? And are all of these things food groups or things that you might find in a city, etc.? And so those help us learn how students approach making understandings. Also, many of you talked about the active nature of students cooperating, working together. And I just want to put a little plug in for our emergent bilinguals, our English learners, that this is a great way for them to learn as they can share with each other. And you talked about risk-taking. Oh, there are our dogs running around. And risk-taking leads to understanding, as you know. And this is a wonderful way for students to understand, as you all pointed out, that there is not just one right answer. And then word sorts, finally, are really for every single age. I use them with my adult brother-in-law at one point to help him become a better speller. And so don't just think word sorts are for elementary age students. Now, just a final word. You know, I know in the past some students have wished that I would put up all of the modules at once. But I found that first of all, research shows you shouldn't do that in an online class. But secondly, I found that I learn from you and what your questions are as we go along. And sometimes I add or I subtract articles or videos, and I like to respond to your learning needs, which is what you do as teachers too. So, as always, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns or ideas about things we should be doing. I do look forward to hearing from you.